More gum seem to be in the bats these days. But for whatever reason, I think if Chima, the mood that he's in right now, if he bats with a toothpick, I still think he would get you away beyond the boundary.
So Chima is on 27. So a short ball here from Aftab Alam.
Yes, good attacking, good aggressive bowling there. We are meeting fire with fire. Chima had to take evasive action for that one. He thought of pulling it, but I guess he was surprised by the bounce, perhaps the pace. But it's a good contest, a good battle that's going on here. Well, we have some field changing going on here. The man from the final comes up and the third man goes back. I guess they're thinking he's going to go over the third man. He's going to go in the third man area. Now they're asking him to come back into the circle. So they're trying to set a trap here for the informed Chima.
So ball dug out here by Chima will run away towards the backward square area. Perhaps not the intended shot, but in as much as it is tricky, it's very effective here for the scorecard. It's 41 without loss.
There was nothing absolutely wrong with that ball, but like I said, if Chima bats with a toothpick and he gets Willow, he's going to be justly rewarded. He was so upset with himself not getting to the 150 mark yesterday. That's a man with ambition. So this time he's trying to better his 100 yesterday. This is a big game. So we'll watch and wait as he settles in.
So he's gone quickly up to 31. And Aftab Alam, you could see there seems to be a little rivalry here between Chima and Aftab Alam.
Yes, there seems to be a battle going on. Chima is advancing and moving around in the wicket, but that was a good delivery to keep him in check. A red dot ball to Chima. I think he would have been warned that this may very well be his final warning. There's a loud appeal, but I don't think that he was anywhere close to that delivery. He was nowhere with the bat. You can see it from the blade, so they're trying to get their man by whatever means, but the umpire, he stands firm, his feet anchored in cement, his hands to his side. What would have to look to see if that dreaded finger is raised above the head. That did not happen.
So certainly you...
Yes, so the curator here, OB, has given us the center wicket. Yesterday we thought we would have gone on the eastern wicket, but his better judgment said this wicket would have produced a century. Why not stick and stay with it?
So Rizwan Chima would have quickly rose to fame with a 89 ball. With a 61 ball 89. Oh, swung away towards wide mid-on. Will only get a single here. And a single that will make sure that Rizwan Chima will be on strike when play resumes here. They're 42 without loss with Rizwan Chima on 32 not out. Hamza Tariq is on 7. And after 5, Houston Stallions having been sent in here by Al Masafi. And this is one of 2 semifinals today and the grand finals later on this evening. They're batting at 42 without loss.
Yes, and that was a good, nice, tidy testing over there for the Al Masafi boys. The 4 that came from the bat of Chima was one, he got the result, but it was not intended. Either way, he lived to survive after a ferocious appeal in which the umpire was not interested. All of the Al Masafi fielders were interested, but the umpires, both umpires, I have to say, would have none of it because sometimes a lot of people think that the only appeal goes to the standing umpire. But who knows? The square leg umpire can come into play also. They may be appealing for some obstruction, you never know. And the one to see it could have been the square leg. He may have walked on his stump and the standing umpire may not be able to see it. So the square leg will come into the conversation. Are we going to be having a bowling change?
Yes, it is. Ashraf has been given the ball. And he comes in here at 42 for no loss. Rizwan Chima will be on 32. And Ivor, we saw yesterday when Falcons played Houston Stallions, they came into the game having won the toss and asked Stallions to bat. And you saw that they had a plan, while of course it didn't work, but still they came in with some sort of a plan. As we see Ashraf, the first slow bowler to be employed here by Al Masafi. Oh, to no effect at all. Ball hoisted over, long off, and it goes away. One bounce for 4. So another 4 here from Rizwan Chima. He goes up to 36, and the score goes up to 46. And I dare presume that Al Masafi can't wait until the power plays are over.
And that settles the question, the answer. Why did he take a single off the last ball instead of hustling for 2? So that he can face the first ball and whack it for 4 from the new bowler.
So Chima, he goes up to 37 with a missed time shot into the onside. But the Afghan boys have decided that they'll come out and bowl the way that they have done in this tournament, and that is to use the likes of Gulbuddin Naib and Aftab Alam.
Yes, so the partnership is going 37. Chima 26 from 16 delivers. Tariq keeping company 7 from 10. So he's not wasting any strikes, even though he's on a 7. He's keeping good company.
So ball pulled away towards backward square, and it goes away for 4. Good looking shot here from Hamza Tariq. And he himself can give the ball a tap. But right now, of course, like anything else, if you're batting with Rizwan Chima, he becomes a dominating partner most times. But Hamza Tariq in its own league, he can give the ball a tap, as he's done there. He goes up to 11, is 51 for none.
Yes, well, cricket is a team sport, so the man who has got the eye in, he gets most of the deliveries once he's making good use of them. And here he's again pulling to the deep backward square leg, but this time they're going to be ambling a single.
And Ivor, one of the things of putting in Stallions into bat first, if Rizwan Chima gets going, and if Hamza Tariq give them a good start, they could literally bat you out of the game even before you bat. And that's what we saw yesterday against Falcons. How do you chase 264 in 20 overs yesterday?
And I can tell you that's a good delivery which brought Chima into a defensive ploy. And you might want to know if he had a change of mind. Seemed as if he wanted to play with some aggression, but then realized the ball was a good ball. He just played a proper cricket shot, turned it around the corner, ambled a single. In the meantime, a question is being asked by the non-striker umpire for a run-out. They're trying to really get rid of Chima. They are actually trying to get rid of Chima, whether by a mistake from the umpire or not, they don't care.
So Tariq gets a single up to long on and takes the score up to 54. So irrespective of what this partnership will go on to be, no one knows. At the end of 6, they have given them a very good start. 54 on the board off 6 over. Irrespective of where the partnership goes from here, Ivor, this is still a very, very good start. They're 54 on the board.
Yes, because by international standard, the average power play results is 45. So they would have bettered that by...
Danger Man is still here. He is certainly, without a doubt, hands down, the biggest hitter of this tournament. He has a big reputation of scoring big. And yesterday he proved it by slamming 122.
Well, like you say, he's just 3 away from equaling the amount of sixes being hit here in this tournament. And there's going to be a player of the entire tournament. So his eye might be on that as well.
So Javed Ahmadi makes a good start. And now we've seen the Al Masafi boys bringing on the spin in the middle part of things. They would have started with 3 paces earlier on. Oh, danger here. In fact, Hamza Tariq is gone. So 54 for 1. Hamza Tariq falls to 13.
Yes, I think he gifted his wicket away. He ran. He was out stump, yes. He ran past the ball, and the wicketkeeper, in a flash, had the bails off. As a matter of fact, had one the stump down. The umpire, square leg, had no hesitation in raising that dreaded finger. So the partnership comes to an end. And is that a timely change? The bowler made the captain look like a genius there.
Yes, Ivor. Personally, I felt that yesterday when we saw Falcons play, they had a good plan here against Stallions, at least for Chima and Hamza Tariq. They bowled slow to them first. And we were going to be an easy customer.
Indeed.
So Javed Ahmadzai. Continues here, is 54 for 1. And ball pulled away through square leg. Fielder comes around, makes a good stop, and Perkins is on his way. He's on 1. And brings the big man, the big hitter, Rizwan Chima on 37. It's 55 for 1.
Yes, so he gets off the mark doing a little house cleaning. He pulled out the broom and went to sweeping.
So 80 balls still remaining here. Javed Ahmadi. Very tidy over so far. Oh, he has only given up a single there to William Perkins. And of course he has struck once already. Oh, tugged away towards long on. We'll only get a single. There is one Chima. And he brings William Perkins back into strike. He has 56 for 1. 79 balls remaining here, Ivor. So still a lot of balls left in a T20 match here for their innings. And Stallions having been sent in here by Al Masafi.
And here it is. The boom is pulled out again. And Perkins, like we said, he's doing house cleaning. And he is sweeping. So his 2 scoring shots were singles. So he's underway. He has joined the party. This partnership in its infancy is on 3. So the latest score at the Central Bowwood Regional Park, it's 57 for 1.
And Ivor, when you look at a matchup here between Houston Stallions and Al Masafi, they would have played in the round robin playoff during their group stage. It was the Houston Stallions who got the better of Al Masafi a couple of days ago. So coming into this match, that has to count for something. And in fact, you look at the Stallions' record; they haven't lost a match in this series yet, and they have beaten the Indian Lions, and the Indian Lions, of course, are a power-packed team. So coming into this semi-final here, Houston Stallions they could be very, very confident that William Perkins settles and waits for Ashraf.
And this time he's playing this one deliberately in the air, away from the bowler to get Chima on strike.
So essentially they come into this semi-final here between the two with a better record in terms of having played each other from a head-to-head clash. And Al Masafi was the loser a couple of days ago.
Very interesting. Well, twin spin operating, and Chima gets a lollipop, a full toss, and he hits it high into the sky and into the Eastern Pavilion, right into the seats. On the roof, as a matter of fact. So I thought it would come down. Yes, it did come down, but come down from the roof. And my word, can we have a law to say when the ball goes beyond the boundary by such distance that to get a double?
Not too sure, Ivor.
And umpire Samuel is saying they should be getting 10.
So that's a big shot from Rizwan Chima. From a full toss, a ball tossed up previous to that ball, and he hammered it. It's like a golf shot, 64 for 1. He's on 44. Can you stand up, Ivor Henry?
Well, I've cleared my jinx. Ooh, I think I need to stand.
So 44 to Rizwan Chima. 64 for 1. We're in the 8th over being bowled here by Ashraf. 7 in the over so far. Oh, that's a big shot, and that's 50 for Rizwan Chima. Chima gets another 50 here of just 28 ball. Rizwan Chima 50 not out at 70 for 1.
I just had to stand because I've been sitting for 6 50s and they never came. All the batters were out in the 40s. So every time I stand, the batter would make his 50. Once they sit, they happen to just fall for some reason.
Rizwan Chima gets a 50 off just 28 balls. We'll provide some analysis on that. And taking on the pad, so ball going down the left side. So 8 overs gone. Rizwan Chima, 50 off 29 balls. 5 4s and 4 6s. 5 4s and 4 6s. Rizwan Chima, 50 off 29 balls. It's 70 for 1. 8 overs gone. Perkins is on 3. And the batsman out, Hamza Tariq for 13. So we're beginning to see another batting display here from the big man, Rizwan Chima. He's 15 out from 29 balls. And William Perkins, he's on 3 or 4 balls.
And he's sweeping again, but seems like he's sweeping from outside the off stump. He's still not moved. You've got to get the ball hitting the batsman between wicket and wicket. And he was definitely out from our advantage point. He's struck him outside the off stump. But again, he's doing house cleaning. He's sweeping. Let's watch and wait. And this time again, he's taking one from the offside and he's getting an inside edge. Goes to the short fine leg. He rolls away for a single. So Perkins showing signs of aggression there. And that brings the hard-hitting Chima on strike. He is on 56 from 28 deliveries. Can we see a back-to-back century? Well, we're still a long way from that. Well, it may not be so far as I think, because here he goes high and hard through midwick for yet another U.S. Open maximum. I'm telling you, this guy is a joy to watch. And for you who are following it on ESPN, I know that you're not going to be moving from behind your gadget, whatever you're looking at it from. I can tell you, this guy Chima, looking to be the man of the tournament. But before we get to that, he has got to get past Al-Masafi as the bowler changes around the wicket. And this time he's playing this one nicely off his pad. Beautifully stopped there by the man at the mid-wicket position. And the batters, in the meantime, would have crossed for one. Brings Perkins back and strike. He is on 4.
So Perkins is on 4. Chima is on 57. It's 78 for 1. Oh, this time Perkins gets into the yak. He takes one out of the Broward. County Park. It goes on the hill. And it falls to the left of the scorecard. So that's a big shot.
So I can tell you that one went in the direction of Sargrass Mills. I guess it's gone shopping somewhere in one of those malls over there. That's a big shot. So Williams Perkins have joined the party. And he has gone into double figures. He is on 10.
So he's gone quickly up to 10. We've seen 6 sixes in this inning so far, and that's a huge one here. And just to give people an idea how far that ball went, it went till upon the hill where the scoreboard is at CBRP. And so Perkins is on 10, 57 to Rizwan Chima. It's 84 for 1.
Well, I had a chit-chat with Perkins briefly, and he says everything is a go. And he seems hungry. I looked at him in the warm-up, and I'm telling you, this time he's driving up to Long On. He's just going to stroll the single. It's a relaxing single. So, good comeback there by the bowler. We would say moral victory there for him, having been hit for that big maximum out of here. And as, what's his name there? It's out of here.
So it's 85 for 1. Perkins is on 11. Rizwan Chima is on 57. 57 from 31. Perkins is 11 from 8. It's 85 for 1. 9 gone. 66 balls remaining. And we'll have to wait and see. Could be a bowling change here. 2 for 24 so far from Ashraf. He has been given a relief. And it could be Gulbuddin Naib,
yes,
who has been brought back into the attack here. Gulbuddin, if it's him, his first over cost him 2 runs. So he was quite economical. Number 11 has been given the ball. And so Gulbuddin Naib comes into the attack here with 85 on the board.
Yes, I was saying Danny Morrison is the name that eluded me for a minute. It's out of here. That's one of his favorite expressions when 6 is hit. So they're motoring along. The scoreboard is reading 85 for 1.
So Gulbuddin Naib, his first over cost him 2. So he comes back into the attack from the bottom of the ground. Would have started the game actually bowling from the top end, and it's 85 for 1. Perkins goes up to 12. Rizwan Chima on 57 not out.
From 31 deliveries.
So 5 sixes so far. So he's chasing Brian Gale. Brian Gale with 15 sixes, and Rizwan Chima with 11 coming into this game. And so far, Rizwan Chima has slammed 5 sixes. So you do the math there, Ivor Henry. Oh, that one is plundered. A chance here. Oh, he takes the catch. Rizwan Chima falls for 57. It's 86 for 2. Gulbadin Naib. He's well elated that he has gotten the big man. Chima falls for 57. It's 86 for 2.
And again, the bowler is making the captain look like a genius, because here is the bowler, Naib, very stingy. His first over just went for 2 runs. Now he gets into the wicket column, and he takes the big man, the informed Chima. He goes for 57. Yesterday's Centurion didn't do it back-to-back. Neither a horse or a player in the race. Even though the stallions are out there, the horses are on the track. So we'll tell you the batter in a minute who has replaced Chima. And this time he strokes this one elegantly into the offside, but there's coverage in the area of the deep cover. He effects the stop, and the batsman immediately... Well, we're still looking to see who's the batter. But anyway, that's a good, nice, elegant stroke there. He gets off the mark right away. This time Perkins is playing at a slow delivery. Seems as if he would have taken an edge, but it fell short of the keeper. So I guess there was a miscommunication between the bowler and the keeper. He did not indicate to him that he was going to bowl a slow delivery. So he took the pace off. Perkins groped at it, took an edge, but it died on the wicket keeper. Could we give Perkins the benefit of the doubt and say he probably loosened the grip? We would never know. But here is Naib with a wicket to his name, bowls to Perkins, and this time he's cutting well and cutting, splitting the backward point, and the man in the short third-man boundary goes away for 4. So Perkins has hit a 6, and now he has hit a 4. So he has a 6 and a 4 in his innings. He goes on to 16.
Yes, Ivor. He's gone quickly up to 16 off 11 balls. The new batsman that has come out has searching for his name.
The Chipley?
Wrong shirt number. Barrett Chipley comes out, an IPL player. He's on 1. It's 91 for 2. And Perkins gets a very slow ball. Not effective at all. They'll go through for what we will call one of those rules. It's a fielding fault called a bye. And that will conclude over number 10. So 10 gone. It's 92 for 2. And the fact is, Al Masafi will be quite pleased that, for one thing, while 92 for 2 is a point of concern that they have gone through the first 10, giving up 9 per over, they'll be quite delighted that Rizwan Chima is back in the hut.
Yes, and I can say the bowler, we have to give him credit. He has bowled 2 overs for some 8 runs, and he has joined the wicket column. So good thinking by the captain, but one thing they're not getting right, he bowled 2 slow deliveries. Perkins didn't pick it up, and the second one, the wicket keeper did not pick it up. So the communication between bowler and keeper has got to be a little bit more effective.
So I want to say good evening to the folks in Afghanistan. As we heard from their manager, Mr. Engineer. They will be tuning into the broadcast. It's prime time in Afghanistan. In fact, it is about 7:30 in the afternoon. As Ashraf comes back here for his second spell, and he's bowled. Let's look at his bowling figure. 2 overs, no made, none for 24. But you've got to say he bowled in the time when Rizwan Chima was certainly on a rampage. This could be a little different here. Not to say that Perkins can't strike the ball. And Perkins goes through the onside flat along the ground. We'll only get a single as Barrett Chipley comes back into strike. So powerful put together Houston Stallions team. Barrett Chipley would have played at the IPL level quite briefly and been a part of the squads in the early days and early years of IPL. It's 93 for 2. William Perkins is on 17, 59 balls remaining. The ball cut away. Oh, what a stop here from the man. A backward point. Some of your best fielders are positioned there. And that's a very good field. He saved a couple of runs at least. Ball could have gone away for 4-2. And Barrett Chipley remains on 1. It's 93 for 2.
Yeah, that's a busy area. Busy, busy, busy. The point area, your best fielder should be right there.
So we want to say special good morning to some folks in New York, the likes of Debo Sankar, Derek Kalicharan, and certainly Sam Supasa. They're logged into the broadcast, and they said everything is good and clear. 93 for 2.
Well, and like we said, Perkins has pulled out the boom so many times, so I think that he is eyeing a big one. The minute you start sweeping that early in your innings, it means that you are seeing the ball. In the meantime, the batter would have worked this one off the legs into the onside, ambles through for a single, take the score on to 94 for 2, Perkins on 17, Chipley on 2. That's the latest score here at the Central Bowed Regional Park.
So there's a projection of 175, 176. Perkins picks it up, hits it over mid-wicket, outside the off stump. And it goes for another U.S. Open maximum, this time off the bat of William Perkins. He goes up to 23, and that brings up the 100 here for Houston Stallion. They're 100 for 2.
And again, he pulled out the boom, and that's what I'm saying. He's been working for him. He's been effective, and he's looking good playing it. And Brian Lara always asks the batters to employ the sweep. That's what he did with Shane Warne and Mulita Rand. Those guys just couldn't bowl to Lara because he used to pull out the boom, meet them halfway down the wicket, turn it around. It's a safe shot to play once you can roll the wrist. Perkins is showing the schoolboys on TV and those who are here how to pull out the sweep shot.
So it's 100 for 2 off 11 overs. Chipley is on 2. William Perkins is on 23 off 15 balls.
I think they're coached for another double. We would have seen them yesterday getting over the double.
Well, the projection is showing 182.
They'll get past that. If they can bat the 20 overs, I can tell you that. My predictions have been 99.9% right. You told me that, and I told you. Yesterday was the Sabbath, so I'm going to say I'll take that as gospel as well.
So Gulbadin Naib has been relieved here. So he's bowled 2 overs, no maiden 1 for 8, as number 14 has been given the ball. And Javed Ahmadi, he comes back for his second spell. So the Afghan boys are moving around their bowlers quite a bit. Javed Ahmadi, 2 overs, no maiden 1 for 18. He got the wicket of Hamza Tariq.
Yes, he's using the Darren Ganga ploy. He used to do that. Shift around his bowlers before you know, the overs are over.
So Chipley, the man on strike. Oh, he gets a good ball, a chance here. The truck comes in a direct hit, and he's gone. So William Perkins goes. It's 100 for 3. Perkins run up with 23. And what a throw from the man, a short backward point. We'll have to pick him up, but a direct throw. And William Perkins on his bicycle is 23. He falls to 23. It's 100 for 3.
It's a busy area. It's a busy area. Your best fielders must be in that area. It must be in that area. Perkins was not mindful of that. He was trying to get on strike because there was a non-existent single, and it was not called a foul. It's a pity to see the demise of Perkins. He was looking well. He was looking good while he was there. He struck 23 from 16, but much to the delight of the Al Masafi team. I'm telling you, it was always touch and go. But like we said, that's a busy area. You've got to know how you're going to run those runs.
So Akil Balachandra comes out here with 53 balls remaining. Hashmatullah Shaidi, the man effecting the direct throw. And ball defended here by Akil Balachandra. So a couple of quick wickets here from Al Masafi. And all of a sudden it's 100 for 3. 52 balls still to be bowled. We are in over number 12. 2 relatively new batsmen at the wicket here, Balachandra and Bart Chipley. Chipley is on 2. An attempted sweep to the onside. Doesn't make contact. It's 100 for 3. We're in the 12th over. Balachandra has faced a couple of balls. Yet to get off the mark. Chipley is on 2. And we've seen Rizwan Chima, Hamza Tariq and William Perkins back in the hut. It's 100 for 3.
This time he's putting out the reverse sweep and making good connection here. This one, would it have the legs to get to the boundary? Yes, it does. So he gets off the mark with a boundary.
Yeah, good looking shot from Akil Balachandra. It has to be a confident looking shot because sometimes you wait until you're settled to play those shots. He has come. He's only faced a couple of balls, and he's deciding to play one of those improvised shots. and he was quite successful at it. So he gets off the mark with 4. It's 104 for 350 balls remaining. We're in the 12th over. Oh, it's in the air chance in front of the man. A short mid-on. And Balachandra survived. He's on 4. Chipley is on 2. It's 104 for 3.
Yeah, so we have 2 relatively new batsmen at the crease. So the Al-Masafi turning the screws here. They're trying to keep them honest. And 2 dots in the book, 2 dots in a row. End of a successful over, even though it's via the run-out route, they would have glad to see the back of Perkins, who was going helter-skelter for 23.
Yes, it was a very good bit of fielding from Hashmatullah Shizy, and he did exceptionally well to effect the run-out here. Every wicket counts, doesn't matter how they come, and it's 104 for 3, 48 balls remaining.
So again, we're going to welcome all the viewers who are following on ESPN. And for those who are in the stadium, we're going to be welcoming you as well. We say happy Sunday. It's Sunday here in all of Broward County. And this is...
So 48 balls remaining. Bharat Chipley will be on strike. He's on 2. 12 gone. It's 104 for 3. So they're going over 8 and over. We'll pick up the ball here. Left arm leg spin. So Stallions, they're 105 for 3. Akil Balachandra on 4. Bharat Chipley on 3. And we're into over number 13. So a couple more runs in this over so far. And both Balachandra and Bharat Chipley, 2 new batsmen. We've seen the departure of Rizwan Chima for 57 off just 32 balls. And since then, things have gone certainly Al-Masafi's way. A lot more conventional and traditional play here. Balls along the ground. And I would venture to think here Al-Masafi will be quite happy that the batsmen are beginning to take runs on the interior along the carpet as against ball sailing out of the stadium here, as we saw when Rizwan Chima was at the crease. So it appears to be 108 for 3, 44 balls remaining. Chipley is on 4. Akil is on 6. And Sharafuddin Ashraf, so far, he's bowled 3.4, none for 36. He will finish up here. Oh, there's a big chance of a stump out. And in fact, the wicketkeeper might have fumbled the ball there, allowing the batsman to get back. And the score remains at 108 for 3. We're in the 13th over. And the man Bharat Chipley on strike. He's on 4. 43 balls remaining. And he wants a run, can score, and that could be the end here of Sharafuddin Ashraf. 4 overs, no made, none for 36. He has bowled well in context of a T20 match. Bharat Chipley is on 4. Balachandra is on 6. It's 108 for 3. Overs, no made, 1 for 22. Ball cut away here by Balachandra. They'll certainly come back for 2. And a couple of runs puts the score at 110 for 3. We're in the 14th over. And 41 balls remaining. A projected score of 166. And Stallions having been sent in here by Al-Masafi out of Afghanistan. So things moving along here by singles from the Houston Stallions. So not a single here to Chipley. Chipley is on 5. Balachandra is on 9. We've got 39 balls remaining as we welcome back Ivor Henry, who was Taking a short break as this ball, oh, it has eluded the man, a deep square leg. And what should have been perhaps just a single there, Ivor Henry, has gone on to be a 4. Balachandra goes up to 13.
Lucky 13 he is, and I dare say that was a bad miss. Indeed, that was a bad miss.
So it's 116 for 3. Balachandra is on 13. Bar Chipley is on 5. We've got 38 balls remaining, a projected score of 168. It's 116 for 3. And you've got to say that the Al Masafi, the Afghan boys, have really pulled this game back from the initial stages of going at over 9 and over. It's 117 for 3 now. It's with Balachandra on 14. Bar Chipley is on 5. And we've seen a partnership of 17 so far, but they will be quite happy, Al Masafi, with the way things have gone here. We haven't seen balls crossing their ropes and certainly not going over it. And we've seen a lot of singles and just rotation of strike here from Balachandra and Bar Chipley, Ivor. So Al Masafi will be quite pleased that the balls are not crossing the ropes and they're not going over.
That's right. Well, the fireworks would have died down somewhat. Much to the credit of the Al Masafi boys. They are trying and eyeing a match later this afternoon.
So Gulbadin Naib, he comes back for his third spell, and he would have started with 1 on the top end of the ground. Came back later on and ball number 10 from the bottom end of the ground. And now over number 15, they have sent him up to the top end. So certainly he's a key man here for Al Masafi. Has had a good tournament.
Well, I'm seeing the two managers at the counters desk, ticketing counter. They're trying to book a ticket into the finals. Which one will get there?
So Balachandra on 14. Bar Chipley is on 5. Oh, that's a good-looking shot. It could be the man at extra cover. In fact, it does, and it goes away for 4. Inside out here from Balachandra. Over extra cover, and that's a commanding shot off the bat of Balachandra. He goes up to 18. It's 121 for 3.
Yes, these batters taking a liking to the medium pacers, and most of the ones would have come from the medium pacers or the seamers. The spinners are keeping things in check, but nonetheless, the score's gone up to 121 for the loss of some 3 wickets. Balachandra is on 18 from 13, and he's sweeping. It seems as if the broom has been pulled out here this morning. They're doing the early morning cleaning. Perkins would have started it, and here it is where...
So it's 122 for 3. Chipley is on 5 off 11 balls. Balachandra is 19 off some 13 balls. And we've seen a big partnership between Rizwan Chima and Hamza Tariq. They put on 54. But since then, Al Masafi has played relatively well to bring the game as it is now, 122 for 3. And earlier on, of course, we got a big projection when Rizwan Chima was batting. We saw a projection of 188, 190. Now it has certainly gone down to 160 plus, 165. So from that alone, you will know that Al Masafi has come back somewhat into the game as Gulbadin Naib. He has bowled well. He's bowled 17 balls for 13 runs and got the wicket of Rizwan Chima. And it's 122 for 3.
And then he comes trying again, beaten outside the off stump. Beautifully taken there by the wicketkeeper. That one moved away from the batter. It did cut him in half. But nonetheless, I can say the Al Masafi boys, they're taking it to the wire. They are going to be keeping these things tight. Like I said, I can see some guys with the booking agents. They're trying to book a ticket into the finals. I don't know which one will get there, but there's no refund.
So 122 for 3. Chipley on strike. And another, well, it's a wide. Started as a slower ball, but way outside the off stump, and that's Ivor Henry favorite extra of the series.
Yes, the bowler, he has got to take all of the brunt of that one. That was all he's doing, so that should go to his name.
So lots of people watching. Say good morning.
Yes, so